part that got me was the best friend of the woman that he was DMing.
Yeah.
How does this woman know that he was DMing her? You know why? Because she told her.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they set this up from the beginning and he didn't take the bait.
Yeah.
Set up.
Yeah.
But he should have been smart. When she approached him, this woman, to DM him, man, he should have cut that off right there.
Yeah.
He should have turned her to his wife. End of story. You gotta be smart, man.
Yeah.
Whether you thought it was innocent or not, because he said there was some joking banter going on between them. When she said, he used another word, but I guess that was crossing some type of line.
Yeah.
Nah. I really think them two women, forget the husband, maybe he was in on it too.
Set him up.
Set him up, man. And he wasn't taking the bait they was trying to give. They may have been close. But, man, that was good enough for her because obviously it won't go nowhere. But you know what she did? Yeah. She approached him, the best friend did. Approached him and said, hey, you've been DMing my best friend. Yeah. And I think that's inappropriate, whatever. Now, he was a smart man in this case to go straight and tell them that. But, man, even his wife, if she allegedly really knew about it, should have told him, nah, you need to just go ahead and cut that off. Man, she need to meet one of these other ladies in the church that hold whatever kind of rank and speak to her. Or either she's going to be speaking to both of us at the same time. Because anything could have happened. What if she, guess what? What if she would have sent him nude pictures? He didn't respond back to it. But it's the simple fact that she sent it to him. And now she's sharing that she sent nude pictures to him. I sent all these pictures to him. Even if he goes to the elders, he still looks horrible, don't he?
Yeah.
He looks bad.
Yeah.
Because we don't even know if he deleted his message or not. She could lie and say he deleted his messages.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see him. And I feel vulnerable. He should have shut that down.
Yeah.
He should have never responded to a DM, period.
Yeah.
And now look at him. I really feel like he was pretty innocent. Or either he was playing it pretty smart himself. He didn't really want to really give into it, man. That's why there was joking banter. What joking banter is that a joke about? What man you joking about? We ain't cousins. We ain't family. That we DMing. Listen, man, I ain't DMing. Watch this. I'm not DMing. Unless it's a secret surprise birthday party for my wife. I ain't DMing no women in the church that ain't related to me. Huh?
Like, I feel like I need to be prepared for what?
Nah, not really. I might try, but whatever. Listen, I'm not DMing no women in the church, especially unless they're related to me. My aunts, but man, I'm not DMing no women in the church. They ain't nothing for us to talk about.
Nah.
I don't even care if she want to talk about her husband. Like, hit my wife up.
Right.
Matter of fact, I'm going to hand the phone to my wife. What's her name just hit me up?
I was literally thinking about when you say, if you need somebody to talk to, you know what he should have did? He should have had, like, him, a couple of the elders.
Since they cool.
They do a group chat in the morning, be like, yo, man, Sunday was off the chain, son.
I'm trying to figure out what was the banter. Listen, okay.
Are you still giving him a benefit of a doubt?
That he's innocent? I am,
innocent
man.
I'm saying...
I give him the benefit of the doubt that he's innocent. Because, man, when you hold a certain status, man, okay, there is some guys that ain't right. Like the bishop when he called in on Larry Reid's show. Man, if he had, like, whatever kind of committee or whatever, man, they should have told him, don't take the bait, man. Count your losses. You got insurance. We good.
Yeah.
Man, when you up there, you know people setting you up. Why can't you think to yourself, I ain't saying live paranoid, but, man, if you so close to God, shouldn't you have that discernment that something ain't right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How's she talking to him anyway? He's a senior pastor, ain't he? When was she? I mean, he's even nice enough not to even out her. Now, we know the elders know who she is. We most definitely know the elders know who she is. And we don't even know what that conversation was like.
They went, you definitely know they know because when they said they had to went to an outside source.
Yeah, man.
Can you imagine the documents on that, boy?
And think about it. And at least he was nice enough to share all the text messages. I'm giving him the benefit.
To them.
Yeah. And I guess his wife, because he said his wife knew about it and her husband knew about it. Obviously, there was a good group of friends.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's a sticky situation. Man, to me, whether you're in that standard or not, let's say you're just a married man.
Yeah.
And y'all cool, man. Yeah. Why we DMing, though?
Yeah.
We should have a group DM or something where we all in it.
Yeah.
Why is it just me and you? Imagine that. You sitting there watching a movie with your wife, she DM you. a joke or something. You like, and then you,
I could definitely.
you text him back.
No, I get it. I get
And
it.
your wife is cool. Oh, it's just Taisha.
Yeah.
she made a
I
joke
get it,
about
though. I
Deacon
get it.
Williams today.
I get it. Because it's
So
yo.
listen, he may be innocent, man, but he won't smart.
Yeah, he wasn't smart. Yeah.
You can't be that smart and be that dumb, though, right? You can't be that smart and be that dumb. You can't be, man.
And
if you don't want to embarrass your family, your children, stop being dumb.
Yo, have you?
Start turning stuff down. It ain't a sin to say no.
It ain't.
Hey, I need counseling. I'm not the one for you, but I can point you in the right direction. End of story.
Have you ever like read the Bible?
Honey, come over here.
Have you ever read the Bible like, man, this it's like a code. You know, you like, man, this. Ooh. So I'm saying that to say like, this man can break down the Bible,
Yeah.
but he can't break down the setup.
Man, everyone make mistakes.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone make mistakes.
Of course.
Man, gotta start being smart.
Yeah.
Unless you like it.
Yeah.
And maybe, man, it's just weird that the best friend came and told him. What it got to do with her?
You know what else? You know what else too, man? I don't know if I'm wrong with saying this. I don't know if this would have happened to black church like that. I think somebody would be dragged through the aisle at this point, man. I think that's what we almost at. We had the aisle dragging.
If it was in a black church, there would have been a fight that Sunday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or whatever day. Listen, it's weird, though. She
Yeah.
pulls him to the side and starts to out him
It
about
definitely sounds like a setup.
about
though.
the
The more you say it,
She
it
didn't
feels
do
that
it.
way.
A best friend.
Yeah.
You went past her husband, who knows about it,
Yeah.
who was not concerned. We'll see, who was not concerned, to a best friend who now wants to. Hey man, I seen these text messages that you said. What was you doing with her phone? If she didn't tell you,
Yeah.
how did this go down? But he did the smart thing though. He didn't do the smart thing to start off with. But as soon as that was done, he went straight to them elders.
Yeah.
Here's these text messages,
Yo,
man.
I really believe in my heart he really, like, I don't think no day passed.
No.
I think
my
it-
man said immediately after that, he went straight to that. We need to talk.
Because it shook him. I can tell you can tell. I
He
said,
probably
man.
was scared.
Yeah.
And then after that, he told his wife. But he said his wife knew about it and the husband.
Yeah.
Man, you can't. Whoo, boy. I almost said something wrong.
Hey, man, go ahead. Because I was.
You can't trust these hoes. Listen, man.
Good night.
Listen, man. As a Christian man, he should have shut that down.
Yo.
And you know what the problem is? A lot of them ain't shutting it down. They falling for the same okie doke. And they ain't doing what he's doing, funny bantering.
Yeah.
Man, it probably turns sideways real quick.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you John Gray. You know what I'm saying? You buying cars and giving excuses about the little boy inside of me who never had this and never had that.
And
Come on, man.
And at the same time, the roof is leaking. Man, we should have wore a raincoat today.
You guys just, man, it's just horrible. I know a lot of pressure's there. A lot of stuff is probably thrown in their face.
Yeah.
But man, where's the self-control, man? Where's the alarm going off at?
To me, it's weird that the whole time that he was, now what we know of,
Yeah,
The
that's all
whole
we can
time-
base it off of.
the whole time that he was at Joel Osteen,
Yeah.
everything was cool. This was like one of the premier ministers. He is. I'm adding words, obviously. Like a man after God's own heart.
Oh boy, here you go.
I gotta always say it, but I'm saying like there was no bad stuff.
You
But
know
it's-
why?
but
Because there
it's-
probably won't no come up.
Yeah.
Now that he's the senior of this establishment, there's come up,
Yeah.
man.
It's
Man, there's
like-
a price that comes with rank, man.
Yeah.
Listen, why have him when you can have
like-
Joel Osteen?
I like when you say that,
They
man.
don't want him.
There's a price that
They
comes
don't want
with
the water boy.
Yeah.
Man, they want the quarterback. Man, he want even the running back. He want no wide receiver. They ain't want him.
Yo,
Now that he the quarterback,
I'm glad
boy,
you-
we see the potential.
I'm glad you said it. Cause you know what else I thought about? I said, I remember, bro. I remember when I was in Afghanistan, and I remember that there was like, so they had left, and the vehicle broke down. So me and my crew was manning the radio, and obviously there was an officer that was in charge. So they were stuck out there, right? And they over here trying to have shift change, and you know, they trying to like, just like shift change. And I remember they was talking so loud that I snapped. I mean, I went straight turnable. I mean, I snapped. And it made me so angry. And I just snapped, man. And I said, listen, we can't hear the radio. These folks are stuck. We're trying to arrange transportation for them to get back. Obviously, I'm in charge, but I ain't in charge like that. So, yeah, they gave me the business. But when you say that, what you say? What you say? Rank got his cost. What you say?
There's a price you pay with rank.
There's a price you pay with rank. So, and then you think about how you can't talk to them any kind of way. They can't look weak in front of you because they're supposed to be in charge of you. So, in one aspect, you can say, this is what you signed up for, right?
True.
Then another aspect is you can't afford to fall.
True.
Like even though there has been people that have what we would call falling and have came back better. Let's say that. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I don't know, man. It's like I'm agreeing with what you're saying, and plus, man, I do think if you can see, obviously we say a lot of things in hindsight, but the way people treat marriage, and the way that they defile marriage, and the way that there's all this pressure with the church, and people want to feel like they coming. I think ultimately, not all of them, but I think ultimately people want to feel like they're going to, even though it's about your life, I think they at least want to feel like they're coming to a solid establishment.
You know what made me laugh?
So you can't really afford to do
Why
this
people
stuff.
always talk about, why is there a pressure in church? What's the pressure? To do what's right?
Well, the pressure is...
To pay the bills? What's the pressure exactly?
Well, the pressure is...
What is the pressure? Everything is usually set up in the church, right? I mean, things happen.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a water leak. Maybe Sister Maggie's angry at Sister Josephine because she gets to lead the scripture in the morning. What's the actual pressure that leads you to do this, though? What's the pressure? That sounds like something on the outside that's really pressure. Maybe pressure in your marriage. Maybe you're tired of your nagging wife.
Well, I think...
Maybe you're afraid you're about to get fired, and you're like, man, I ain't got no legitimate job. How am I going to make ends meet? But when it comes to church, what is the real big pressure? What, all the networks ain't picking us up? Our YouTube views are going down? What is the pressure that leads you in the arms of someone else? I don't even say arms. In his position, which leads you in the DMs of somebody else.
Yeah.
What we DMing about? He said it was nothing sexual, whatever.
Yeah.
Nothing inappropriate. What we DMing about then? She needs to get it from the same source. What made her so special that she could get that direct line away from everybody else?
What if he was sending her affirmations?
What kind of, oh, man. He should have been sending everybody in the church affirmations. They should have had an app set up and everybody get them affirmations at the same time.
And what if she was like, look at what Pastor sent me. Today is your day in the Lord.
Is she showing this to her husband? When she knew about this too?
Oh, this is so good to me, man.
I'm just saying, man.
Ooh, I can't hold it.
I really feel like it was a setup, and he didn't take the original bait that was out there. He was playing it good. He might have actually been very
If you was a rapper, you would be successful. Because the one that be telling the stories, oh, man, the good at saying the angles. It's almost like Jerry Seinfeld. Nobody was really using the term observational comedy, in my opinion, before it was Jerry Seinfeld.
Got you.
So it's like, man, the way you keep, you could, if you was a writer, boy, you'll be the man.
Oh, that's what's up.
You're like, oh, man.
Let's look into that. But he should have seen it coming.
Yeah, he should have seen it coming.
But maybe he was so ignorant and so innocent that he didn't. But his wife should have seen it coming.
So isolated.
Somebody, no, he ain't isolated. You know why he ain't isolated? Because he had all them elders to run to. And he kept talking about how tight the church was.
Yeah.
How close they was. They was a family.
Yeah.
Man, what if other people was in on it? Yeah. If you such a family, someone in that family, because if you ain't doing wrong, you ain't keeping it a secret, right?
Right.
So you ain't keeping it. We're going to give her a name. We're going to call her Jane Doe. No, that's someone dead. But she dead to him now.
Good night.
We're going to say Paula.
That's a good name, Paul Ashton.
So you and Paula are DMing.
I'm just glad you didn't say Shaniqua, because I probably would have got mad about that.
He's a white man. He could have been a black woman. I'm not gonna even. We're gonna still go with Paula. Paula could be white or black or whatever. Yeah. You ain't telling nobody that you and Paula DMing. Like nobody in your circle, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah. You ain't saying nothing to nobody. Hey, look what Paula sent me.
Yeah.
In your circle. Because I don't know one wife that's going to get happy about you keep talking about some other woman that you are consistently DMing.
Yo, do not read my Twitter. Do not follow me on Twitter, especially with 90 Day Fiance. Because I be talking just like...
Do you?
Y'all be talking
it's
cash trash, man.
But ain't no woman going to sit here.
Ain't no real woman going to...
No, man. She ain't putting up with that.
No way.
No real woman really want to put up with a man who talking about a woman is his best friend. That's my best friend. Y'all up here slapping and I don't know, man. I don't know what it is like to have outside my wife a best friend that's a woman.
Yeah.
That's got to be weird.
Yeah.
I don't even know what we talking about.
No, I get it.
I don't even want to talk about her husband, really.
No, I get it.
According to Steve Harvey, a man and a woman can't be just friends. According to him, he said there's some kind of alternative motive behind that. He said that's that man. He said ain't no man. Oh, he could. Actually, I think he's actually wrong. I think there actually can be a friendship. Just not on this level right here.
No.
Yeah, you can be invited to dinners. We can be cool. We can talk, but we ain't here. We ain't here.
If we invite you over, that means you got to bring somebody with you.
I hope so.
No, I'm don't. You ain't gonna be on third wheel.
Ain't no way. We sit here on the seat, and I look over there. You looking at us. My wife told me she got to use the bathroom. So do I. I got to use it too.
No, for real though. You always.
But man, he should have had someone in his circle.
I would tell you, Papa, when I came to see you that one time, I said, you know why I just used to come see you when you stayed behind him back there?
Yeah.
And I stopped by to see Papa said, make sure home.
Yeah.
My bad.
Actually, our cousin did the same thing though. He was at the house. I wasn't home yet, and he was like, man, I'm gonna wait till you get there before I go inside. Even though I trusted him. Yeah. It wasn't you. Even though I trusted him, he still waited though. Yeah. Which is cool. But yeah, man, someone should have been in his circle to turn that down. But and we don't even know if someone was in his circle and he just didn't listen. Now, if he didn't listen, man, then this is on him.
But
this is on him.
Hey,
I just don't understand how his wife knew and was cool with this. I mean, okay, there was nothing, but man, why we still DMing? What we DMing about?
Up, man, because you make me want to really say something.
Go on, say it.
I'm not gonna do it.
I want to hear it.
She white.
Oh,
sorry. Yo, you know what remember how I'm gonna break something down in the science, and hopefully I get this right the first time saying it. When you're dealing with a black woman, the black woman, and I'm not saying I'm gonna go generally. Again, we could go through history about women's rights and the third. So if you follow the woman, say she stayed home, say the man went to work. As time evolved, women start working, men start working, this and the third. Men start leaving, which it don't really, but it's like a lot of times women always kind of got a bad rap. Not saying that men don't. So what I'm trying to tell you is, not saying that some black women don't put up with some stuff, but generally speaking, they threshold for nonsense is really low. Like really low. That's why they'll be so bold as to check you publicly, like quick and fast. And that's how they get the rap with the attitude. So what I'm trying to tell you is that ain't no real woman, not no real black woman gonna go for this right here.
Unless she after that bag.
That's the only reason. I'm gonna tell you that.
Maybe his wife was after that bag too, man.
I don't know, man.
Whatever made him happy. He's a good man. He ain't gonna do nothing wrong. True. But you don't know that other person's intentions.
Yeah.
And did anyone ever ask him, what is this other woman's intentions, man?
That's the other point that.
And how long did it go on? Did they say how long it went on for?
I don't think it went on that long, man. Honestly,
they was trying to get him fast. Jeez.
Yeah.
And the best friend approaches him about you DMing my friend. It don't look right. And when he heard that, you know what? He probably already knew what was about to go down.
You gotta have. So, and the other thing is this too. Here's the other thing too besides it having the potential to to destroy the church. Not saying that it will, but here's the other thing. When you have a family, you got to have a conversation. First of all, you got to have a conversation with your wife.
True.
That's different from the family.
True.
Then you got to have a conversation with you, your wife, and the kids.
True.
And you got to constantly remind your kids that, you know, no one's perfect and we make mistakes, but we're still moving in. You got to look at them. They going to school. Sometimes I said, man, I don't even understand how people.
They still probably going to the same church, right?
Could be.
Because is he suspended?
Leave of absence.
Leave. When you say leave, watch this. Go on, finish your thought. And I have a question.
Leave of absence.
Yeah, finish your thought, though.
Uh-huh.
Finish
That's
your
what
thought.
pay.
Finish your thought, though.
No, what I'm saying is
You
like.
gotta sit down, explain your kids.
Sit down,
no one's
explain
perfect.
your kids, no one perfect. You got to constantly affirm them all the time and blah, blah, blah. This is why, in reality, up here, you cannot, none of us can afford to really make these, but I'm just saying, up here, though, you really can't afford to make these kind of mistakes. And when he say he feels embarrassed, silly, appropriate language.
Yeah, he said stupid, too.
And stupid. Appropriate language. And on top of that, people are, so they saying something about wokeism, and it's not theological and all this kind of stuff. He's kind of like, so I'm saying, man, I follow these people, man. I'm just going their page and looking at videos. They look very clean cut, like they probably went to a Southern Baptist church or Oral Robertson, whatever. But when he's saying that he's teaching the Bible, he's like, you know, some people are different. He's saying wokeism, if there was a white preacher and a black preacher, they had the same credentials, he would hire the black preacher.
That's what he said?
Yeah. So some of the people, they don't really like that. I don't know if that's
He made this statement in one of his early sermons, we saying. Oh, okay.
So I don't know if this one of them.
Maybe he's trying to show y'all he ain't racial.
Well, because he's talking about wokeism and he's talking about social injustice. I think some people they're not with. They just want to hear the biblical teachings. And now he's
no opinions.
No opinions and stuff like that.
I don't know, man. You think sometimes opinions get in the way?
Opinions get in the way?
Yeah. Hey, man, I have this thing, man.
I mean, sometimes I guess.
Sometimes, man, I'm kind of like them people, man. I just want to hear the word. Okay. Sometimes, man, when whoever's ministering start speaking like personal opinion, sometimes I think it loses unless they can bring it in together. Man, it starts losing the point they was trying to make. Or I lose where you was going because now my judgment is clouded because of your personal opinion. There's a big difference between translating or giving your translation of a scripture and you actually giving me your personal opinion.
Yeah.
That doesn't align with any scripture. It's just, I feel, cool that you feel this way, bro. When it comes to this, just give me that word. Let the Lord give me the feeling that I need.
Hey,
huh?
You know what I say? What fixes all of this?
What's that?
Here's the other thing.
This is what's gonna fix all of this.
This was gonna fix all of it. I'm talking about with this wokeism stuff, and you in ministry, and you don't like the opinions and all this stuff.
Man. When it comes to preaching,
here we go.
I want you to preach, man. If I want to hear opinion, I'll come on YouTube and hear a lot of opinions.
Yeah, because there's a lot of
I'll give mine.
I'm with it.
I love mine.
But here's the thing. If you want to wake people up, and you want to expose them to a different way of, just maybe are we all, we consider, we the human race, but what are we individually? Our ethnic background. Everybody got different. If you want to show people, first of all, invite a black church to your church and vice versa.
You talking about like different races of church?
Yeah, because see.
Why you gotta invite someone? Why can't we just be a mix races in a church?
No, what I'm saying is, because a lot of times we. No, because a lot of time we. No. A lot of time we like, I don't want to hear about that. I just say instead of telling them about it, just start inviting.
I think there's no. No.
So you wouldn't go to Village Church if he invited?
Yeah, but I don't want him to invite me because I'm black.
Well, some things ain't about.
Man, churches are different.
Maybe
people preach different and teach different.
That's true.
And you kind of, I don't want to make it sound like this. You got to kind of find out.
You saying exactly how you mean.
Where you fit in, like what
That's
true.
Helps
you learn the best.
That's true.
What he doing might be good, but it might be you might have a different way.
I
of
remember
learning.
an episode when we was like, man, there's a church on every corner.
It is, man.
And you saying that's the reason right there?
Yeah, because there's two reasons. The church on every corner. This ain't the reason. This most definitely
he
ain't
is
the reason.
on it today, right?
This most definitely the reason. There's a church on every corner because once again you got to follow the paper trail, and that paper's money. That paper's money.
Yo, why is you investigating this church like police?
It's money,
Paper
man.
trail. I'm trying to make sure. Go ahead. Keep
A
going.
lot of people got a good heart. Matter of fact,
I
take away a
appreciate
lot.
it. I
Some
appreciate
people
that.
got a good heart.
Yeah.
Some people got a bad one.
Yeah.
There's people who want that pocketbook, bruh. They want that bag. And they be like, man, if I get this bag through the church,
Yeah.
let's put one on this corner. If a church is already on a corner, right, it's there. A church is there.
Yeah.
You're a new minister, right? Or God has called you to start your own church.
Yeah.
Why you gonna build one right beside that one? Maybe he told you, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he told you that church is wrong and you supposed to build this one right here to lead the people the right way.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what he said.
Yeah.
Just maybe. Probably not, but maybe he told you that. Just maybe.
Am I wrong for why? Am I wrong for saying this? And
What's
if
it?
I'm wrong, please, why would you want that headache?
What, being a pastor?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, if you're called to it, you gotta, answer that call, buddy.
That's
Y'all know
true.
Jonah in the well. Come on.
but the thing about it is,
But if you ain't called, man,
yeah, I'm like, that's what
I feel like there's a different status.
let me put, yes. So let me put,
There's a world status, then there's like this Christian status, man. I don't mean to be rude. There's some good Christians. No joke, but there's some people who just want Christian status, man.
yeah,
They just want to be, they don't want to be told what to do. They want to tell people what to do
yeah.
in the store. And they want the money to come
It's
with
kind of
it.
like with the white folks and COVID. See, black folks, they want,
Oh, God. Keep going, man.
yo, man,
Yo, one more thing, man.
Yeah.
You brought up a point. So my man is on leave, right? You said it's paid leave. That's what you said,
I
correct?
call it leave of absence. That's
Yeah,
like
leave
paid
it, but he's paid leave, right?
ain't it what police are leave of absence,
Yeah,
paid leave?
yeah. Well, they usually the news they announce whether it's paid leave or not. Most of the time it is.
I'm about to lose.
Here's the problem, man. When you're on leave and you're at the church, does that mean you don't supposed to come back to the church until they tell you, or do you still have to attend church? You just not preaching or pastoring or
You
whatever?
don't ask me, man. I'm too petty.
I want to hear it though. I actually want to know the truth though, but you can tell me your opinion if you like.
I like your opinion.
What's that?
I'm being funny though.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I hate now that I ruined it.
Go on though.
I ain't going to that church. You done set me down.
He said his own. Oh yeah, well he. But you gotta ask
Yo, I
yourself
couldn't
because
do
he
it.
said he plans on pastoring that church for 20 more years.
Yeah.
So meaning they might as well pretty much say he's
What-
basically telling y'all he's coming back. It's his
I ain't
church.
gonna let you say, okay, this is how I'm gonna go with, I guess ain't no general.
Because what are you supposed to do? You still supposed to attend church.
Yeah.
Unless you're on leave
Man,
of absence.
I
Does that
just
mean you
hate-
just leave?
Yo, man.
Do you attend someone else's church? You have it at your house with your family and kids?
Yo, sometimes you just be like, man. You be like, man, I thought I
Go ahead and write up a few sermons.
I feel bad.
Your comeback sermon.
I thought I found a home.
Come on, man.
Come on,
They
don't-
already was shouting out they loved them and stuff like that.
I know. No, but I'm talking for the
I hated for that woman who revealed what happened, though.
Yeah.
She ain't getting no love, man. Ooh, they better not release who it was. He was nice enough, probably because the elders told him. Or they,
Yo,
they
man.
know the names.
I feel like he teaches us forgiveness.
If my thing too, I'll leave it alone.
I don't
If
even
you
know.
ain't done nothing wrong,
Let it be.
I understand why he went,
Yeah.
just to protect himself, just in case
Yeah.
someone said something.
Yeah.
But if he didn't do nothing wrong, why couldn't he just address the church and that's it? Why they giving him a leave? What are you cooling off for? What's the leave of absence gonna do? What is it gonna do? What's gonna happen between that period of time?
Do you
Y'all
wanna
gonna
know
have
the-
conversations
Do you
between
know
the
what
both
the
of
pitch?
them?
You know what the picture I have in my head?
What's that?
I just see this Christian man doing yoga and reflecting on the presence of the Lord every day for about 7 hours. That's what To
and
me,
number two, why you do that before the sermon? Why you have this man do that before the sermon?
yeah.
Man, he should have did that on a Wednesday night or something. Well, Bible study. Man, they should have. Because now this dude,
But you acting
watch
like-
this. This dude who wants to come up has to preach up behind that. And
Oh man, yo, why you act like people ain't attached to the pastor?
this
They
dude,
real attached, man.
yeah, they are. You know why? They want that seek, man, or they want that status. You know how you know when people are doing something from love,
Yeah.
they don't mention it.
Yeah.
To me, it's weird.
Come on,
When
man.
you
I like
love
that.
something,
Yeah.
but you always telling me about it.
Yeah.
Or you always telling someone about it. I did this with them.
I dropped you
did
off
this,
last week.
No,
Yeah.
not even them. You telling other people about what you doing.
Yeah. I get
Why?
it. I get it.
Why are you telling me
I
for?
get it.
That's between you and him. Why you open? You know what the Bible says, that you supposed to let other people esteem you, not you yourself.
Yeah.
In that case, nobody should be telling nobody literally what they doing
Nah,
that's so
true.
good.
That's true. That's
You
true.
should just live your life.
They gonna skip over that part.
Yeah, man.
That's one time. That's one time. This, and I only mention this because it made me think. Because I remember when me and the Wind Singers was real tight, and I remember
Why
one,
you throwing names out there?
I don't mean to, but
Go on.
I'm not saying nothing disrespectful. But I remember one time that they was feeding the homeless, and I remember at the time I had watched this documentary about Skid Row, and they was like they don't like to be videotaped because it's a
Skid Row.
you know, like Skid.
They don't like to be videotaped.
Yeah,
Go on, though.
Like, they don't like to be videotaped because they feel like, they feel uncomfortable. Or you might be using them, manipulating. But I was thinking about that when you say that because it's real easy to do something from here, but to make it all about you.
True, man.
And
There's a few YouTube videos about that.
Yeah.
I think like one woman, her dog died,
Yeah.
and they was like, you had time to turn on your camera, position it up, get on the floor where your
Yeah.
dog is at, and start crying.
yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Man, people are looking for a come up, man.
yeah.
That should be a sermon. I'm not gonna be your come up. And then they finish the sermon, they end up being somebody's come
I
up.
was gonna say, well, we know who won't be preaching that sermon. 'Cause he gonna be on leave of absence. But
I can't wait to hear what his sermon gonna be when he come back.
It's gonna be fire now. It's gonna be fire. Don't you think it ain't gonna be no fire?
Unless they find out some more, man.
So and then like,
What if they had another social media they was talking to secretly, and they bring that one out?
oh, I hope not. And this is the first, and I just started watching this guy, Ruslan KD. He's the one. That's how I really. So
He brought it up.
he did a video about it. So he did a. Well, actually, no. This is exactly what happened. I was watching some guy with a beard. He was talking about Christ. Him, he was doing these videos. He was talking about how. You ever heard of DC Talk?
It sound familiar.
There was like a Christian hip hop
Nope.
rock group, maybe
Maybe.
from DC.
I just hear
you heard of Toby. No, it ain't not Toby. It's one of them dudes, man. He did a song with Kurt.
I heard of Hill songs. Ain't it Hill songs?
Say it's
Ain't it Hill songs?
Yeah, say it's similar to Hill song, but I think with rap. I think.
Okay.
So there's this guy. So they was raised on the Christian. They been doing Christian. So one of the guys in the group is an atheist now. So the guy was saying how this is dangerous. So once you follow that rabbit hole and you start,
That's what happened?
Yeah. So
That's a whole nother conversation.
Hey, man.
I wonder who did him wrong for him to become an atheist. You know, he probably seen the behind the scenes, man. That kind of stuff will change you.
yeah.
Woo, that behind the
I
scenes.
don't know. I'm like, man. In one instance,
You know what the problem is? Because people put faith in people instead of God.
yeah.
They always looking at a person instead of God, man. I mean, I can understand someone being your mentor, but at the end of the day, if they fail, you gotta say to yourself, well, they're still God.
You gotta keep.
You know what
You
I'm
gotta
saying?
keep trucking that.
Like,
yeah.
man, I'm sorry. You used to think they would build you up. Now, when you lose faith, they all lose faith. They just come crumbling down. I can't believe it. Then they start looking at you like you are God.
How they do it, man?
I can't believe it. I trusted you, bruh.
Yo, that's the other thing too.
Move on. God is still here.
And
It's almost like they faith is based upon that other person's faith, man.
It's like, yeah, and then this statement is like, it's true. Like, and I think like this is something you gotta constantly tell yourself. It's not about you.
True?
Yeah, it sounds
Yeah.
cliche, but
Yeah,
it's
we all got to say that to ourselves.
Yeah.
It's not about you.
Not about you.
I might put that on my mirror in the morning. It's not about you. You don't have to repeat what I just said.
I posted it anyway.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I seen your corny posters, man.
First of all, don't you dare disrespect them posts.
Man, I wanted to comment on it, but I ain't that type of guy. And I wasn't gonna say what you wanted me to say, man.
Boo.
I was like, man, this dude trying to get some views, ain't he?
No. I actually.
Then I said, man, is he about to leave this world? What's going on with him?
I don't know why that's funny, but hey, if you laugh, if you like me. But the other, so here's the other thing.